My name is V, and this is my dog Marko. We live in this getaway Dodge 1994 campervan for about 2.5 years, and we are on a tour going across Canada from Vancouver to the East Coast. This van life kind of helped me to pretty much figure out who I am and where I want to be. I replaced the floor and installed this cabinet, but everything is pretty much original. So it used to have a hood as well, so I took the hood out because I banged my head into it. This is my fridge and it runs on propane, so it's a three-way fridge. So you can run it on either AC, propane or DC. So this is the fridge and everything down here, and it also have a small compartment for the freezer as well. And this is my sink. Pretty simple setup. 3 burners, but I never use 3 of them at the same time, just 2 at once. I keep my dishes down here. I have only 1 pot and 1 pan. Pretty much that's it, and some waters. Basically my food pantry. Store food in these 2 cabinets, and this is on the medicine and baby wipes, essential oils and all that stuff. And I have actual storage here where I put all my backpacks. This is for my clothes, this is for winter clothes, and everything else goes in here. And I have some books here. I do a lot of habit tracking for all the habits, new habits that I want to develop. And I have some photos for my manifestation or just some good memories. You can convert it into a table. So there's a table down here, but it's just so much work, so I just put it like in the bed conversion pretty much all the time. I eat here or I eat here. I use this as a table. So this is the original foam that comes with the van, but then I put my own extra foam on here. The van is about 6 feet wide, but I am 5 feet 1, so by the time that you put like all the stuff like the bedding and everything, it literally like just fit me like from head to toe. By the way, this is my lighting. So I have one light here, which this is the one I normally use, and I have another one here. So it's very bright, but it does drain the battery, so I don't use it. I just use one of it, which is good enough. So this is the solar panel controller. So I have 50 watt from Renogy. I have had it for probably about 2 years now, and it works just fine. If I just charge my phone and my laptop, I can just use a converter. I have just a simple converter that you can use at that you can buy at the Canadian Tire. I just plug it in here so I can charge my laptop. So I have a 110 amp battery down here, just right underneath my bed. This house battery can be charged 2 ways, either by the solar panel or by the engine when I drive. Then I also have the weight tree down here that I use for propane heating, which I use overnight, because this one has the fan inside, so it drains the battery if I use this overnight. But this one I can run overnight because it only uses the propane. And I have 20-pound tank propane in the back that I attach to the wall, so it doesn't really shake or like slide around when I drive. So that's a 20-pound propane tank. So in the winter time, I fill it up every other week, so it's about 14 to 15 days. This is my portable toilet, which is only used for number 1, not number 2.
So why do you live in a van?
I wanted to live in a tiny house when I first moved to Canada. So I came here as an immigrant, and when I look into the van lifestyle, it seemed to fit me a little better because I love to travel. By reducing my living costs, I am able to work less, so I can use the remaining of the time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
What have been some of the benefits that you found about living in a van?
Oh my goodness, there's so many benefits. there's It's not always sunshine and rainbow. It's not like you don't have any challenges or struggles, but the benefits that come with it is just way more worth it, in my opinion, especially for someone who loves traveling as much as I do. So the biggest benefit is the freedom. The freedom to be anywhere I want, the freedom to travel, and also because I get to be with my dog as well without having to pay rent and stay with a roommate, because in Vancouver it's really expensive. So we have our own privacy as well, so that's the secondary benefit.
You mentioned that there's some challenges. What are some of the challenges that you've faced in van life?
Having to find a place to shower, especially during COVID. So that has been the biggest challenge, but somehow like I'm still able to find a place to shower. But it's not like those challenges seem to be so small compared to the benefits that van life has to offer, right? Which is the freedom.
What is it like having a dog in the van?
Actually, for me, traveling as a female, it helps me to feel a lot safer having my dog, because he's very protective. He's very much like a guard dog. It's really sweet to have a dog and have a companion to travel like this.
So you've been doing it 2.5 years. What kind of advice would you have to somebody who's just starting to think about doing this?
Like, I really understand like how scary it is to make such a big decision, especially there's just like so many unknown factors if you're going to be on the road, because like every day is going to be different and you don't really know what's going to be like. It is a lot of unpredictability. If you are thinking about doing it, like, make sure that you would have to do some research first. You would have to really know your value, like if you really love the freedom, because there's so much of it that you would have to lose living this lifestyle as well. Like, you're not going to be with your family all the time, and what if you happen to be alone on the road all the time, whether you would feel lonely. There's those factors that you will have to think, like how you are able to balance these challenges in order to make it work for you. The biggest thing to do is to figure out what you actually really value, because if you value the freedom more and traveling more, then living this lifestyle is gonna make you a lot happier. But you value to be with your family, with your friends all the time, like living this lifestyle may not be the best for you. So that's my advice, like just to figure out like what you really want to do and what really make you happy.
What does the community of van life mean to you?
We had such a great community in Vancouver. I haven't met any van life community along the road yet, but they are so helpful, and it just like the more and more people do this, it just really shows that people crave for that freedom in their life, the freedom to live the way that they want and to really express who they really are. I find that it beyond the freedom of financial freedom. I feel like the younger generation starting to express themselves is the way to live freely, and the bigger the community is like the bigger the voice it is, like in our society, right? Like to live freely.
And if you had to sum up, what would your personal philosophy on life be?
Live your best life. Just do what you love and live your best life. Just make every day the best day ever.
And where can people find you if they want to follow your journey?
So I do have my Instagram account, which is called SmileyVV05.
And what's your YouTube channel's name?
It's called Personal Growth Through Van Life.
Hey everybody, it's Forrest the filmmaker. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Alternative Dwellings. If you want to see more, playlists are popping up right now where you can watch all of our archived episodes. Or if you want to see new ones, Make sure to subscribe because they premiere at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every single Monday. Hope to see you guys there.